The Empire of Lies. In life, success isn't always what it seems. Sometimes, the people we trust the most have hidden secrets that shape our future. This story is a powerful reminder that loyalty and humility can be more valuable than wealth itself. Stay with me until the end, because the twists in this tale will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about love, betrayal, and success. What if everything you had was built on a secret? And what if that secret could take it all away in an instant? Let's dive in, and prepare to be shocked, and kindly remember to like and subscribe. Tariq Malik, a respected military officer from Ghana, had always believed that the foundation of any relationship was trust and loyalty. He married Aisha, a beautiful and ambitious young woman from Nigeria, and together they built a family with 3 children. Tariq was an excellent provider, ensuring Aisha and the children lived comfortably. However, his busy military career often took him away from home, and over the years, Aisha became increasingly restless, longing to do something more with her life. Aisha had dreams, big dreams, and while she appreciated the stability Tariq provided, she began to wonder if she could make her own mark on the world. She wanted to be more than just a wife and mother. She wanted her own identity, her own success. Tariq noticed this but remained silent, quietly observing his wife's growing ambition. He loved her deeply, but he needed to know if her loyalty ran as deep as her desires. In 2014, Tariq's military duties intensified, and he began spending less time at home. He told Aisha that his income was dwindling due to issues within the military. He wasn't able to send home as much money as before, and the lavish life they had been living started to tighten. Aisha, though sympathetic at first, grew increasingly frustrated as the financial burden fell more and more on her. One evening, Tariq came home to find Aisha in tears. "I can't sit here waiting for things to get better, Tariq. I need to do something for myself, for our children. What if something happens to you? What will we have?" Tariq looked at her calmly. "If that's what you want, Aisha, I'll support you. I know you have dreams. Go ahead and pursue them." A few months later, Aisha received an unexpected offer. An investor had taken an interest in her ideas for starting a fashion line. She had always been praised for her impeccable taste and style, but she never imagined someone would actually invest in her vision. Aisha was ecstatic, convinced that her hard work and determination were finally paying off. The investor provided the capital she needed, and before long, Aisha's fashion brand, House of Aisha, began making waves. As her business grew, so did Aisha's confidence. She moved her headquarters from Accra to Lagos, where she could be at the heart of Africa's booming fashion industry. Within a year, her designs were showcased in Paris and Milan, and her clientele expanded to include celebrities, politicians, and socialites. Her success was meteoric, and soon she was making more money than she had ever dreamed. Tariq, meanwhile, seemed to fall further into financial difficulty. His military career had hit a plateau, and he started taking on odd jobs to make ends meet. While Aisha's fashion empire soared, Tariq was working long hours, doing menial work. It was a role reversal that Aisha hadn't anticipated, and though she remained cordial, her attitude toward Tariq began to shift. By 2017, Aisha's success had reached new heights. She bought a luxurious house in the suburbs of Lagos, and the family relocated. Tariq, however, remained in the background, quietly supportive but financially struggling. Aisha started seeing him as more of a burden than a partner. She was the one holding the family together now, and her once affectionate attitude began to turn cold. Maybe if you worked a little harder, Tariq, we wouldn't be in this position, she said one evening after a particularly tense dinner. Tariq simply nodded, his usual calm demeanor. Over the next few years, Aisha's empire grew, but so did the emotional distance between her and Tariq. She became more independent, and their conversations were increasingly filled with tension. Tariq, who had always been the provider, now seemed like a shadow in Aisha's world of glitz and glamour. The children, now teenagers, began siding with their mother, seeing her as the family's true leader. Then, in early 2022, Aisha made a life-altering decision. She purchased an even grander estate in London, announcing that she and the children would be moving there to expand her business. Tariq, she explained, would stay behind to manage what little remained of their life in Ghana. "You can come visit on the weekends," she said coldly. "But this is my life now, Tariq. I've worked too hard to let anything hold me back." Tariq, once again, quietly accepted her decision, moving back into their smaller home in Accra. Aisha, meanwhile, thrived in London. Her fashion shows became the talk of the city, and she rubbed shoulders with the elite. She seemed to have it all: the success, the fame, the lifestyle. But despite all her accomplishments, something was beginning to unravel. It started small. An important contract with a major fashion house fell through unexpectedly. Then, a key investor withdrew funding without explanation. By mid-2023, Aisha's business, once an unstoppable force, began to falter. Orders were delayed, her designs were criticized, and the media started whispering about her losing her touch. Aisha was bewildered. How could everything fall apart so quickly? Desperate to save her empire, she reached out to her wealthy contacts, hoping someone would help her get back on her feet. But, one by one, they distanced themselves, as if some unseen force was turning them away. Her lavish lifestyle was unsustainable without the income from her business, and soon, she was forced to sell her London estate and return to Accra, defeated. It was during one of her lowest moments, while sitting alone in the small house she once mocked, that a letter arrived from Tariq. She hadn't heard from him in months, and she assumed he had given up on their relationship completely. Trembling, she opened the letter and began to read. The letter was brief but devastating. "Aisha," it began, "I have watched you rise, and I have watched you fall. All the success you enjoyed was never because of your talent or luck. It was because of me. Every contract, every investor, every opportunity you received was orchestrated by me. I gave you the world without ever asking for recognition, hoping you would remain loyal to the love we once shared. But as you gained power, you lost sight of who you truly were. You believed that you had outgrown me, that you didn't need me anymore. But it was never you who built this empire, Aisha. It was always me. And now, just as I gave you everything, I have taken it all away. This was never about money or fame, it was about loyalty. You failed the test. You failed us." Aisha sat in stunned silence, her heart pounding as the truth sank in. Everything she had, everything she had built, had been a gift from Tariq, one she had never recognized. She had allowed her ego and ambition to blind her to the fact that her success was never truly hers. And now, she had lost it all. She collapsed onto the floor, sobbing, realizing that not only had she lost her empire but also the man who had quietly loved and supported her all along. She had failed the most important test of her life, and there was no one left to blame but herself. Tariq is currently living his life as a single man. He had watched Aisha from afar, hoping she would prove herself worthy of the success he had given her. But when she failed, he made the painful decision to step away for good. If life brings a woman who will value him not for his wealth or connections, but for who he truly is, then he will be a lucky man. Aisha has been left with nothing but regret, forever haunted by the knowledge that the man she had belittled and discarded had been the true architect of her success. And as the world moved on without her, Aisha was forced to live with the consequences of her betrayal, knowing that she had lost not only her fortune but the one person who had truly cared for her. And so, what seemed like a story of success and triumph unraveled into one of betrayal and lost opportunities. In the end, the truth came crashing down, leaving behind a powerful lesson: loyalty and integrity will always stand the test of time. If you were captivated by this story and the twists it brought, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more amazing stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What would you have done in Aisha's shoes? And what do you think Tariq should do to ensure that the woman he marries after Aisha truly loves him? Don't forget to like and share if this story gave you something to think about. Until next time, stay tuned.